Yeah! 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 What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Keep It Reet YouTube channel in our hometown of Melbourne, Australia with your host J Scott Drifts. We're bringing you part 2 of the Volvo quad rotor. That's right, ghetto DIY 4-rotor build.
Nice.
If you didn't see the first part, we're bolting two 13Bs out of an RX-8 into a Volvo 240 wagon. It's gonna have 4 bucket seats in it, and it's gonna be a Wagon Drift taxi, something like that. Is it gonna work?
I don't know.
But I've made some progress, so let's update you all. The elephant in the room, we've got the motors mounted to each other. This is our first vital piece of information right here, and that would be our shaft that's connecting the two engines together. Big thanks to the guys at GJ Drivelines. Yeah, it looks like a very simple shaft, but it was quite involved to get it to work. The motors are phased 90 degrees out. It'll fire first rotor of the first motor, then 90 degrees it'll fire the first rotor of the second motor, then another 90 degrees, which makes 180 degrees, it'll fire the second rotor of the first motor, and then 90 degrees more. Anyway, you get the drift. I got a bit lost. 90 degrees, another 90. Anyway, you get my point. And then I've gone ahead and thrown a couple mounts on the sides of the engines. These engines suck to make engine mounts for, but this side I made some plates to bolt on, and then I decided that I would put a bar between them. And then I kind of did similar stuff on the other side. Figured I'd mount the motors together because we didn't end up going for a slip yoke in the shaft here. You don't want the motors to be able to move back and forth to each other. You want them to be fixed because it's got a fixed shaft. It's obviously got 2 unis, so the alignment doesn't have to be absolutely perfect for the engines. So the mounters are mounted together. I'm just about ready to throw them in and start mounting them to our Volvo. I've chopped some of the Volvo out to make our life easier. And you come in here. While we were waiting for the shaft, we just did a little bit. We got the Optima battery mounted back there. Got our battery isolator and our power cables running up here. We're going to be mounting our Haltech Nexus R5 ECU. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to get the engine crane over here. I'm going to drop these motors in and look at mounting them. Go time, baby. Let's get these things rapping. 4-rotor. Hit the like button if you want to see more content like this, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's get into it. But that's a bloody work of art. Just drop it. Ta-da! First things first, I had to modify how the 2 motors together. So if you come over here, so if you have a look down here, I've put a bend in there to clear the subframe. And then if you come over the other side to clear all that business there, it'd be very hard to see what's going on there, but there's another bit of flat bar under there that you can't see. Anyway, doesn't matter, you get the point. Then down the front here, boxed off this tube that I cut through there and put in this bar here. Nice, but that's our first mount. So the motor things are sitting on there. And yeah, the motor's nice and low. Motors, I should say. It was a motor. Is it an engine now? 4-rotor engine. Is that one engine or is it still 2 engines? Don't know. Now I'm just gonna make some mounts to go here and bolt through the K-frame there and on that side as well. So it'll have 4 points of attachment in the engine bay in total. I'm gonna put that one like there with a bit of flat bar that bolts through there. And this one will go under that tube there. Pretty good, we got it bang on center. And then the gearbox is popping up in a pretty decent spot. Obviously the standard handbrake's not gonna work. I need a bit of a dog leg forward. Tail shaft would be sweet, custom tunnel, all that. get something folded up, she'll be right. We got two 13Bs, almost mounted. I'll do these other mounts and then should be able to chuck it on the hoist, lift it up and do the gearbox cross member. Should have these bad boys mounted, then I can rip them out, clean up all the mounts, finish welding stuff, and we'll be soaring along.
Okay, Gary.
Snug. Yeah,
It's just tap.
Air got tacked up. Now I'm going to pull the engines out, rolled everything properly, clean everything up, chuck them back in, and we will be sweet as, dude. I've attached this bracket, and that needs welding properly, and this one, I'm going to square the edges up, clean up a few things, do the other side as well, and then go into the engine bay, do that, and then put the engine back.
It's in.
They're in. We have motors. How good. I still got to clean up this mount. I forgot to. There, but they're in. It's beautiful. It's an absolute work of art. For some reason, this sump sits really low, even though the motors aren't on that much angle, and this one sits high. Doesn't matter. I'm not too concerned about it. She'll be right. Low center of gravity for more handling ability. That's what we're going for here. You can see room for the starter motor quite nicely over here. Actually quite a lot of room there. We have no tunnel really, but we'll get around to that. Transmission jack from Autobahn here. This thing's sick. And we're gonna make a gearbox cross member. That'll be the final piece of the puzzle to having our two 13Bs mounted in our Volvo wagon, which is pretty exciting. And then we'll start wiring them, man. Get these things purring. Might make an exhaust manifold. I want to merge all four exhaust ports into one so we can get that pure four rotor noise. Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna make this cross member and then we'll be mounted up, baby.
Several days later.
Oh, so my gearbox cross member's done. It's a little bit agricultural. This thing's not a piano, you know. It's a bit of a, you know, slap her together kind of deal. So she gets what she gets. So we just modified the standard Volvo one to hold the Mazda gearbox, and that's that. Also had to make some packers for these mounts here to get it sitting higher. Don't quote me on that. We officially are mounted up, so we'll drop her down and have a look how she's looking. We're gonna have to modify the tunnel a little bit more here for our tail shaft because I do have the box sitting pretty high now. Anyway, let's drop her down real quick. Did you know that it's Tarly's first day at work as a real man?
I'm a man!
He went to the barber last night. They lined his beard up for the first time, so I'm very proud of him as well. He's come a long way since starting here at Reet. Look at that! Couple of engines mounted up. There's going to be a bit of work involved in getting these things running. They're simple, but they're not at the same time. Oil coolers and O&P delete, all the wiring, some form of throttle body setup. We're currently in talks with EFI Hardware trying to get our hands on some of their intake manifolds they make for these motors and then do like an ITB setup. Like a 4-rotor, I guess, so I'll just like do the mass extendo. So you got one throttle cable that cracks open the throttles. Got the Haltech Nexus R5, I'm gonna start wiring up. We've got the main battery cables ran, so I've ordered flanges for the exhaust manifolds, custom exhaust manifold, probably still mild, still MIG together thing. It's not supposed to look great, as long as it sounds great. I don't know where I'm gonna put a radiator. Let us know in the comments below if I run it like mass up the front here, sort of where a front mount intercooler would go, like a V-mount without the top half of the V-mount, a reverse V-mount. Or if we chop up the rear and do a rear mount rad laid flat in like the boot floor with some ducts coming in the side. Yeah, it's a bit more work, that option. Anyway, let us know in the comments what you think we should do. So thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, comment where I should put the radiator, and if you want to see more Volvo content, I'm a bit torn whether I keep going with this or start on the V3 wagon. So we've got the comp car there we've got to build. Kind of want to get this running though. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, and we will see you in the next one. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!